Stand.
This is a continuation of a public hearing which commenced on the 14th of December 2022 by way of a directions hearing. The scope and purpose of the investigation was announced at that time and remains as announced. For the purpose of the public hearing this morning, Council Assisting will shortly provide an update with respect to the investigation, which is Operation Mantus. Before asking Council Assisting for that update, however, I will ask if there are any further applications for leave by legal representatives to appear on behalf of persons. Conscious that a number of applications were granted on the last occasion.
Commissioner, my name is Harrowell. I'd seek leave.
I should indicate that as was noted on the last occasion, for the purpose of the public hearing, pseudonyms are to be used for all persons who will be mentioned, both civilian and police officers. And there's a list of...
I have that, I apologise, Commissioner.
Perhaps if a copy of that list could be handed to Mr. Harrowell now.
I have a copy.
All right, now could you just nominate by reference to that?
Yes, I will. I appear for MTS 9.
Leave is granted for Mr. Harrowell to represent the officer who will be referred to in public hearings as Officer MTS 9, and I note that a general non-publication order was made on the last occasion to cover all names of persons for the purpose of public hearings, and that non-publication order extends to the named officer who will be referred to in public by the pseudonym Officer MTS 9. So leave is granted. Thank you, Mr. Harrowell.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, Commissioner. My name is Urell, E-U-R-E-L-L. I seek leave to appear for MTS 7.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Urell. I grant you leave to appear for the officer who will be referred to in public as Officer MTS 7.
May it please the Commission, my name is Patterson and I seek leave to appear on behalf of Officer MTS 8.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Patterson. Leave is granted for you to appear on behalf of Officer MTS 8.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Chief Commissioner Trevor Sharian for YPM1. I'm not sure whether I've already been granted leave.
I think you can take it that you have been, but for the record, it's helpful just to have it announced. The earlier granted leave to Ms. Lee would encompass the representation of the young person, and I note that you appear on behalf of the young person as well. Thank you, Mr. Commissioner.
May it please, Chief Commissioner, in respect of, I continue to seek leave to appear for the Commissioner of Police, but also in respect of Officer MTS 6.
Yes.
And Coffey is my name, I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Coffey. Leave is granted for Mr. Coffey to appear on behalf of Officer MTS 6. Right now, it could be there is another application at a later time, but that completes it for the moment. So at this point, I will ask Council Assisting to provide an update with respect to Operation Mantus. Yes, thank you, Mr. Fernandez.
Chief Commissioner, I provide this update on the investigation. Operation Mantus arises out of an incident which occurred in September 2022 in northern New South Wales. The incident involved a young person who sustained injuries during the course of being apprehended by police, after which he was arrested. The young person was treated by ambulance and in hospital for a short period. At the time, police were conducting proactive policing activities and they were in plain clothes. Police did not wear body-worn video at this time. After being treated in hospital, the young person was taken to a police station. Police wished to interview him. He contacted a solicitor. His solicitor advised police in writing that the young person did not wish to be interviewed. However, police did interview the young person. An adult was present during the interview. Some of the issues identified which arise from this incident include what procedures were followed or were not followed in the conducting of the interview by police, and the young person's management in custody. On the 14th of December last year, this commission held a directions hearing about this matter. At the directions hearing, a number of issues were raised, but in particular, the issue of whether the hearings would be in public, in private, or a combination of both was addressed. The Commission heard oral submissions and all parties were given the opportunity at that directions hearing to be heard on this issue. At the conclusion of the directions hearing, the proceedings were adjourned to a date to be fixed for examinations to be held. It was indicated that a decision on the use of public and/or private examinations would be published and would be made public in due course. Parties were able to provide further submissions in writing about that particular issue, and this is in fact what occurred. On the 3rd of March 2023, the Commission delivered a decision on this issue. This decision has been published and it is available on the Law Enforcement Conduct Commission's website. Chief Commissioner, you considered a number of legal matters, and in providing an update on the status of this investigation, I refer to 3 parts in particular of your decision. Firstly, refer to what you stated at paragraph number 78 of your decision, which was this: having regard to all the factors relevant to the exercise of discretion under Section 63 of the Law Enforcement Conduct Commission Act, that being the Act referring to public and private examinations, the Commission is satisfied that in the first instance, private examinations should be held of witnesses on issues of fact. I note that private examinations were held with respect to officers MTS 1, MTS 2, MTS 3 and MTS 5 on the 9th and 10th of February 2023. As to where we are today, Chief Commissioner, you said this at paragraph 79. Given the point that has been reached in the investigation, it is proposed that all legal representatives granted leave to appear for interested persons, together with legal representatives who may be granted leave to appear, will be present at the private examinations to be held as part of Operation Mantus in the near future. This step will assist the orderly progress of the investigation, including the identification of evidence on systemic issues which may be suitable for public examination. As to the public examinations, you said this at paragraph 80 of the decision. It is foreshadowed that the Commission will hold public examinations with respect to systemic issues after the private examinations have been held. There will be public hearings and they will be held on the 3rd through to the 6th of April. At that time, this Commission will hear evidence about systemic issues which have been identified and which are exemplified in the incident which took place. In particular, it's anticipated that evidence will be given at those public examinations about the use of body-worn video and about interviewing young people, particularly after young people have been given legal advice that they do not wish to be interviewed by police. It is anticipated that senior police and other witnesses will give evidence at the public examinations about those and other aspects relevant to this investigation. That completes the matters to be raised at this public hearing. Subject to any other matters that might be raised with the Commission, I seek an adjournment of the public examinations to Monday, the 3rd of April.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Fernandez. Consistent with the decision, extracts from which have been read by counsel assisting, the Commission will shortly adjourn the public hearing until the 3rd of April. What will proceed this week is a private hearing at which all legal representatives present will be present, where there will be a close examination of the factual issues before a determination is made as to the extent of the issues to be canvassed at the public hearing and the witnesses to be called in that respect. It is appropriate, given the need to change the practical arrangements from a public hearing to a private hearing to adjourn for a period. There are a number of steps that counsel assisting need to take in this period as well. So I formally adjourn the public hearing for public examinations, which will commence on Monday the 3rd of April 2023 to proceed. It is expected through to Thursday the 6th of April 2023. The Commission will resume. Is 10 to 11 suitable?
It is, thank you, Chief Commissioner.
Commission will resume at 10 to 11 for the commencement of the private examination phase, which will proceed this week. I will temporarily adjourn.